surprised when I saw so many people here. I thought you all were confused as to whether or not Isaac Hayes was performing live.
Yeah.
We were disappointed. I give honor to God and thank Marcia and Northern Illinois Patriots for inviting me out tonight. I will make sure that I keep an eye on her so she doesn't give me the hook. That'd be very embarrassing. But I am Isaac Hayes. I'm the Republican nominee for U.S. House of Representatives in the 2nd Congressional District. Thank you for inviting me out tonight for this very important topic. President Ronald Reagan said, "This country has lost control of its borders. No country can sustain this kind of position." President Reagan said that on the aftermath of LBJ's Brick Society. And those words are still true today. A recent poll by Rasmussen says that 67% of Americans think U.S. troops should be sent to the border to prevent illegal immigration. Illegal immigration reform is not about racism or discrimination against any ethnic group. It is about the continued threat caused by terrorism. One major cause of illegal immigration is our unprotected southern border. America cannot stop the illegal flow of aliens. Terrorists will continue to come via the southern border. Members of Al-Qaeda, Hezbollah, and other terrorist organizations are infiltrating the border on a daily basis. The former leader of Al-Qaeda, Abu al-Zakari, had a plan for smuggling terrorists through the southern border to attack America. Part of the reason is that we have lost control of our borders to gangs on the Mexican side. According to the Civitas Institute, a 2006 study by the House Committee on Homeland Security states, and I quote, "The Mexican drug syndicates operating today along our nation's southern border are far more sophisticated and dangerous than any other organized criminal groups in America's law enforcement history. Indeed, these powerful drug cartels and the human smuggling networks and gangs they leverage have immense control over the routes into the United States and continue to pose formidable challenges to our efforts to secure the southwest border," end quote. Another major cause of immigration, illegal immigration, is overstayed visas. 41% of our illegal immigration population are people who have overstayed their visas. Mike Cutler, a former investigator with the Immigration and Naturalization Services, believes visa violators pose a greater security risk than illegal border crossers. According to the From Forum, 3 recently arrested Pakistani men who aided the Times Square bomber, Fajal Shahzad, flaunted our immigration laws. 2 of them who were arrested in the Northeast had overstayed their visas. The third admitted in writing that in 1991, he illegally crossed into the United States. 3 men illegally in the U.S. helping the Times Square bomber. This is why illegal immigration is not about any particular ethnic group. Whether you overstay your visa from Europe, or Africa, South America, or Asia, you should face the same enforcement. Let me repeat, illegal immigration should never be targeted toward a particular race of people. Whoever violates our visa laws should face the same penalties for doing such, and then ultimately return back to their country of origin. Final cause of illegal immigration is the free and sometimes exclusive access to programs and services that are reserved for U.S. citizens. The financial impact on states is crippling. Legal immigrants use emergency rooms without fear of being reported, driving up the cost of health care. They access social welfare programs, as well as receiving free tuition and supplemented education. This at a time when Americans are going bankrupt and having to struggle to pay off large student loans. For example, California is near bankruptcy. Large part of their Medi-Cal budget, which is similar to our Medicare, goes to paying the expenses of illegal immigrants. In New Mexico, Governor Bill Richardson signed into law a bill that allows illegal aliens to get driver's licenses. And another bill that provides illegals with free tuition through taxpayer-funded lottery scholarships. Americans should be outraged that these public officials who are taking money from U.S. citizens and giving it to lawbreakers.
That's right.
These social programs for illegal aliens are taking place against the will of natural-born citizens. For example, in Georgia, a poll taken by Fox News discovered that 70% of Georgians no longer support allowing illegal aliens to receive in-state tuition discounts to go to college. Large part of our illegal immigration problem is our elected officials. Immigration Stand says that Congressman Jesse Jackson Jr. has the worst record when it comes to border security. He has worked against allowing state and local law enforcement to help reduce illegal immigration and against putting in place workplace verification systems to allow employers to quickly verify that their employees are authorized to work. He has voted in favor of giving illegal aliens further rewards and other incentives, such as in-state tuition, educational benefits, welfare, and health care services. He has voted in favor of illegal immigrants receiving amnesty. I will not work against our law enforcement community. I will not vote to redistribute the wealth of U.S. citizens and give it to people who are illegally in this country. I will not vote to give illegal aliens amnesty. These are just a few of the many issues associated with illegal immigration, but the question still remains, what do you do with the 12 to 15 million people who are here illegally? Unfortunately, there is no silver bullet. It will be painful to families, communities, and employers, but when you risk breaking a law, you risk the consequences of breaking such laws.
Okay.